So what is all of this new math that's going around, and how can you use it to help your kids be successful in school? When I was growing up, we had to do math like this. We add these two together, that's going to equal 12. Carry the 1. 8 plus 5 is 13, plus 1 is 14. Carry the 1. And 3 plus 1 is 400. And I always thought that I was the only one who didn't think this way. So what I would do is I would do it this way because the teachers always made me show my work, and then I would go back through and do it my own way to double check it so that I knew I was right. You always hear people talking about new math and how it's so hard to understand, and how they can't believe that they're forcing kids to do math differently. I was genuinely surprised whenever I found out that there were a ton of kids like me who didn't think this way. Some kids think in neat boxes. This is a place value chart, it's the break apart method, where we have our original number, 389, but broken up into hundreds, tens, and ones. So they can see why they're adding these together, why they're carrying the 1. So we have 9 plus 3 equals 12, 80 plus 50 is 130, add those together you get 142, then all you gotta do is add 300 to it. That's easier for some kids to digest, but this wasn't the method that I used. I used this method. It's called the make it 10 method, but you can also do it on a number line. So I noticed that 389 is not that far away from 400, and it is way easier to add a number to 400 than it is to add to anything that has to do with the number 9 or the number 8. Those have always been tricky. So what you do to one number, you have to do the inverse to the other number. So you have 389 plus 11 equals 400. Your second number, you're going to subtract 100 so that on the number line, it shifts up 11. So then we have 400 plus 42. And this is how I always double check my work. All of this to say that new math isn't limiting kids. It's actually just giving them options for different strategies to use so that if they're taking a test, they have a bigger toolbox to draw from. Oh, well, Emily, my kid got sent home with homework and they're being forced to use one of these methods, and I just don't get it. That's right. For some time, especially if your kid is in 1st, 2nd, or 3rd grade, they are going to be introduced to these methods, and there will be homework sent home on it, just to make sure that each kid understands the new strategies as being presented. But at the end of the day, these kids, as long as they have the right answer in the coming grades, the teachers are going to be more receptive to the method that's being used, rather than just the one prescribed, one-size-fits-all method that they've been trying to use for the past 30 years. So is it really just new math, or is it just more opportunities for us to be right?